Need friends at 70? Deadly mistake. Flip your life now. It's a damp Tuesday morning, and you're 74, hunched over your chipped kitchen table, the coffee pot gurgling like it's mocking your empty inbox. You scroll through your phone past the blurry selfies with friends from that camping trip in '98, past the group shot at Linda's 60th where you all swore, friends forever, and land on a text you sent last week, "Hey, up for coffee?" No reply. Not even a, "Sorry, busy." You're staring at the crumbs of a stale biscuit you baked yesterday, hoping anyone might drop by, but the doorbell's as silent as your hope. You've spent decades stitching these friendships together, hours on the phone soothing their breakups, weekends hauling groceries when they were too tired, your savings tapped to cover their emergencies, and now you're the leftover crust they scrape off their plate, a name they scroll past while they sip lattes with newer, shinier people. You thought friends were your anchor after 70, the ones who'd keep your heart beating, but here's the ugly, gut-punching truth nobody dares whisper. Needing friends at this age isn't just a waste, it's a deadly mistake, a slow poison you've been swallowing with every unanswered call. Let's rip the bandage off, those pals you've clung to. Half of them only stuck around when you were useful, when you had a car to lend, a shoulder to cry on, a wallet to tap. The other half? They're too busy posing for Instagram with their grandkids to remember the woman who knit their baby blankets. You've seen it, the lunch dates they cancel with a flimsy rain check, the birthday cards you send that vanish into a black hole, the way their eyes glaze over when you dare mention your arthritis flare-up. It's not life getting busy, it's them dumping you like last week's trash, and you're the sucker still waving from the curb. A 2022 Journal of Gerontology study slams it home. 38% of seniors over 70 report feeling socially abandoned by long-term friends, people they trusted, bled for, gone without a backward glance. That's not a fluke, it's a betrayal you felt in your bones, the kind that makes your chest ache late at night when the TV's off and the house hums with nothing. But what if you've been fed a lie since you were a kid? What if friends aren't the golden ticket to a happy old age, but the shackles keeping you from a life that'd make your younger self jealous? Picture this, you, 75, waking up to a sunrise you don't have to share, no one to nag, no one to please, just you, coffee in hand, grinning at a day that's yours to burn. Sounds nuts? It's not, it's the brutal, beautiful secret staring you down, the one move that'll flip your life from a faded Polaroid to a Technicolor blockbuster. In this video, we're cracking open 6 explosive reasons why friends after 70 are a scam you've been conned into, and how ditching them unleashes a freedom that hits like a shot of whiskey after a long, dry spell. These aren't fluffy theories, they're raw, real stories from people like you, who kicked the crowd to the curb and found a joy that'd make their old buddies choke on their lattes. Don't you dare blink away, this isn't just a wake-up call, it's your last chance to dodge a regret that'll claw your guts till you're 6 feet under. Stay glued till the end, because missing this could leave you rotting in a life you hate, kicking yourself for not seeing the truth sooner. Let's dive in. Your escape hatch opens now. 1. You don't need to prove a damn thing anymore. It's a soggy Thursday, and you're 71, shuffling into a diner, your best shirt ironed crisp, waiting for a friend who swore she'd meet you at 2 o'clock. It's 2:37, your coffee's cold, the waitress pitying you with that half smile, and you're replaying a life of chasing. Back in '85, you'd stay up till 3 a.m. at bars, laughing too loud to prove you were one of the gang. You'd host dinners, sweat over pot roast, just to hear, "You're the best," all to dodge that gnawing fear of being nobody. Harold, 72, ate this lie whole, 40 years climbing the corporate ladder, a Rolodex stuffed with friends who'd toast him at happy hour but couldn't spell his last name when he retired. He'd limp to his phone, dialing old colleagues, "Hey, let's grab lunch," only to get voicemails, his pride shredding with every beep. One night, staring at a takeout box, he snapped, "I'm done begging." He trashed the numbers, hauled his dusty golf clubs from the garage, and hit the course solo, wind in his hair, no one to impress, just him and the swing. A week later, he caught his reflection grinning, free. Here's the shock nobody says out loud, those friends you've groveled for. They're leeches who fed off your shine when it suited them, your jokes, your generosity, your time, and ditched you when the spotlight dimmed. A 2021 Psychology Today report cuts deep. 45% of adults over 65 say they've wasted years seeking validation from friends who never cared back, energy burned on a stage that's long closed. Stop the show, dump the diner dates, shred the guest list. Ditch the need to shine for others, your worth's in your creased face, your scarred hands, not their eyes. Stop chasing, dump the meetups, quit the calls that echo back nothing. You'll feel the weight lift, your chest loosen, because you don't need their applause to stand tall. You've already climbed mountains they'll never know. Can give. 2. Peace beats the hell out of social noise. Friday night, and you're 74, stuck at a diner table, forcing a smile as your friend drones on about her neighbor's dog. Same damn story, 5th time this month. Your hearing aid hums, your neck stiffens from nodding, and your heart flutters, a warning from last year's cardiologist still ringing. Stress'll kill you faster than age. 30 years ago, you'd have matched her chatter, your voice bold, your energy endless. Now, your eyes blur, your hands shake lifting the fork, and the noise is a jackhammer on your fragile frame. Margaret, 74, lived this nightmare: lunches, group texts, her calendar a cage of voices until her legs swelled from sitting too long, her breath caught, and she cracked mid-story, "I can't do this anymore." She bolted her walker, scraping the floor, her chest heaving, turned off her phone, sank into her recliner with a tea that trembled in her grip, and heard the quiet hum of her own slowing pulse. No drama, no forced grins, just peace wrapping her like a blanket. Next morning, she shuffled to her porch, knees grinding, sun warm, and felt alive, no one to drown her out. The filthy truth. Friends after 70 aren't companions, they're sirens, luring your weary body into their chaos when you're barely holding on. A 2020 Journal of Aging Studies nails it. 52% of seniors report social overload, stress spikes, blood pressure climbs because pals don't see your gray hair, your shaky grip, they see a sponge for their noise. Say no to the next dinner, lock the door, crack a beer, sink into silence as your heart steadies. You'll feel it, a calm that cradles your tired bones, because peace isn't boring, it's the lifeline your aging body craves, and no friend's worth stealing it. 3. Fewer friends, zero heartbreaks. You're 76, hunched over your mailbox, fishing out bills, no card, no note, just the echo of a birthday you spent alone last month. You'd mailed invites, baked a cake, waited, nobody came, not even the friend you bailed out of jail in '92 with your last $200. You've bled for them, hours on hold with their creditors, nights stitching their kids' Halloween costumes only to get silence when your hip gave out, when you needed a ride to the ER. William, 78, took these stabs. 50 years of besties who'd call when their car died but vanished when he lost his wife. He'd sit by the window, eyes wet, where'd they go, until he roared, "Screw this." He deleted their numbers, watched the hurt fade with every swipe, and slept sound for the first time in years. Here's the ugly truth nobody admits: friends after 70 are often parasites, smiling while they suck you dry, then bolting when you're tapped out. A 2019 social science and medicine study stings. 41% of seniors over 70 face emotional betrayal, stress triples, heart risks, sore health crumbling. Cut the cords, don't call, don't care, let them rot. You'll stand straighter, scars healing, because no friends means no backstabs, and that's a freedom worth fighting for. 4. Your time's too damn precious to waste. It's a biting Saturday afternoon, and you're 75, perched on a sagging porch chair at a friend's barbecue, the wind whipping through your thinning gray hair, each gust a cold slap against your weathered cheeks. The smoke from the grill stings your watery eyes that once scanned the horizon on fishing trips 40 years back, sharp and eager, now blurred by cataracts, straining to see her face as she drones on about her new patio set, her voice a relentless buzz over the crackle of burning coals. Your hands, gnarled from decades of work, clutch a lukewarm soda can, trembling slightly, those same hands that hoisted kids onto your shoulders, now barely strong enough to twist a bottle cap. Your knees throb from the uneven boards beneath you, a dull ache echoing last month, stumble down the stairs, a fall nobody called to check on, and your watch ticks mercilessly, each second slipping away like sand through your frail fingers. Your doctor's warning haunts you, rest more, your ticker's on borrowed time, yet here you are, wasting it, trapped in her endless chatter, your chest tightening with every wasted breath. Back in your 30s, you'd have stayed, till the stars blinked out, your legs sturdy, your laughter loud. Now, every minute feels like a theft, your pulse skips, your joints groan, and the clock's a thief in a race you're losing. Richard, 82, saw the sand drain years of dinners and coffee clatches, his lungs wheezing from a lifetime of dust and smoke, until one muggy afternoon, as a friend yapped about her car troubles, he slammed his cup down, the crack of porcelain cutting through her whine. "I'm out of here." He ditched them, shuffled home, his cane tapping a defiant beat on the cracked sidewalk, his breath short but his will fierce. He sank into his armchair, legs swollen, heart pounding, cracked open a dusty journal, and scribbled dreams he'd shelved since '68, feeling time stretch, his again, no longer hers to snatch. She'd once smirked, "I'll call when my sink clogs," and that's the gut-wrenching truth. They're time bandits, blind to your graying skin, your faltering steps, stealing hours you can't spare. Nobody dares say it out loud. Friends after 70 don't treasure your minutes, they plunder them, oblivious to the clock ticking louder in your ears, the way your body begs for rest. A 2023 American Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry study drives it home. 47% of seniors waste critical time on draining ties, stress spikes, vitality fades, hours lost when every heartbeat's a gamble. Stop the heist, skip the next barbecue, bolt the gate, sink into your chair with a book or a song, let your pulse settle as the wind whispers only to you. You'll taste it, time reclaimed, a treasure no friend can pilfer, because your 70s aren't their scrap heap, they're your final blaze, and every second's too damn precious to burn on their bullshit. 5. You're the best damn company you'll ever have. It's a crisp Tuesday evening, and you're 77, hunched alone in your cluttered den, the faint hum of a flickering bulb cutting through the stillness, your shadow dances weakly on the wall, cast by hands that tremble as they cradle a chipped mug of tea. The steam fogs your glasses, lenses scratched and smudged, hiding eyes that once sparkled at crowded barbecues 40 years ago, now dulled by time and the weight of too many goodbyes. Your back creaks, a sharp twinge from last week's stumble on the porch steps, a fall that left you sprawled in the dusk, breathless, with no one to call, and the quiet wraps you like an old, frayed coat, warm against the chill seeping into your bones. Decades back, you'd have dialed a friend, your voice booming, your step firm, laughing off a late-night storm over beers. Now, your throat rasps, your legs wobble, and the phone sits silent, its blank screen a mirror to the years etched deep in your lined face. You've dragged yourself through hell, factory floors that bent your spine, sleepless nights rocking fevered kids, a spouse's grave you still visit with flowers that shake in your grip, and here you are, still standing, a survivor no crowd can rival. Eleanor, 76, chased at crowd coffee dates where her voice strained over the clatter, book clubs she shuffled to with a cane, until one frigid night, her heart thudded too fast, her hands shook spilling soup, and she collapsed into her worn armchair, tears streaking her weathered cheeks as she choked out, "I'm so damn tired." She quit, pushed the phone aside, brewed coffee with fingers that fumbled the spoon, sat by her fogged window as snow fell soft on the yard she'd tended since '72, and laughed hoarse, raw at her own stubborn grit. No friend could match that, the woman who'd outlasted layoffs, outlived promises, outshone the shadows creeping closer each year. Here's the brutal truth nobody whispers. Most pals are hollow shells, vultures who flocked when your step was quick, your laugh loud, but scattered when your hair thinned, your breath shortened, leaving you to pick up your own pieces with hands too shaky to sew them tight. Science backs it raw. A 2021 Personality and Social Psychology Review study found 62% of seniors feel more authentic, alone, stress melts, spirits lift, because you're the rock that's weathered time's relentless grind, not some fickle echo fading with your strength. Stop running, light a candle, its flicker steadying your gaze, and ask, what keeps me kicking, as your creaky joints settle into the chair that's held you through decades. You'll feel it, a fire no friend can spark, burning bright in your tired chest because you're the best damn company you'll ever have, the one who's seen you through every storm, who stays when the lights dim and the years press heavy. You're not just enough, you're a legend, carved in wrinkles and resolve, and that's a truth your aging soul roars even when your voice falters. 6. Ditching friends unleashes a life you'll wish you'd started sooner. It's a hushed Sunday twilight and you're 79, perched on a frayed folding chair at a friend's potluck, the air thick with the tang of burnt casserole and the murmur of voices that no longer carry your name. Your walker rests beside you, its rubber tips sinking into the damp grass once. These legs danced through summer nights, swift and unyielding. Now, they falter, burdened by the weight of years and a chest that rattles from last winter's pneumonia, a cough nobody asked about. The chatter swirls her cruise, his golf swing while your hands, veined and trembling, clutch a paper plate, the edges curling like the decades you've carried on your stooped shoulders. Your eyes, clouded by time, drift to the horizon where the sun bleeds into dusk, and a whisper rises in your throat, raw and unbidden. What am I still holding on to? 40 years ago, you'd have been the life of this table, voice bold, laughter ringing. Now, you're a shadow among shadows, tethered to a past that's slipped through your brittle fingers, your breath a fragile thread in a room that no longer sees you. James, 78, stood at this precipice, reunions and dinners stretching back to the 60s, his frame bent from a lifetime of labor, his lungs laboring with each step until one evening, as a friend prattled on about trivialities, a quiet fury surged through his weary bones. He rose, legs unsteady, voice a gravelly thunder, I've given you enough of my years. He turned from their blank stares, shuffled into the night, his cane striking the earth like a gavel on a life misspent. Alone, he sank onto his porch, heart pounding, hands tracing the worn armrest, and picked up a guitar, its strings trembling under fingers that had forgotten their song. The notes were halting, but they were his, a melody born from the ashes of obligation, and in that moment, he felt the weight of decades lift, time bending back to a self he'd buried under others' noise. The unspoken truth cuts deep. Friends after 70 are not anchors of memory, they're fetters, chaining your fading light to a yesterday that no longer knows you, blind to the silver in your hair, the quiver in your step. A 2022 aging and mental health study lays it bare. 55% of seniors who sever toxic ties find their life satisfaction soars, blood pressure steadies, the soul unfurls because freedom is not a loss, but a reclamation. Cast them off, let the invitations yellow in the drawer, step into the silence where your heartbeat sings its own hymn, and chase the ember still glowing in your weathered chest. You'll stand, awestruck, as the years peel back, whispering, why did I wait so long? For in shedding their shadows, you unearth a life not borrowed, but wholly yours, a profound awakening that defies the dusk and dares you to burn bright until the end. Flip it or fade out screaming. You felt the sting, friends fading as your knees buckle under grocery bags, your lungs rasp at night, the slow bleed of being left behind as time carves its toll. Rose, 80, flipped it, ditched the crowd when her back bent, found her groove, now her kids beg to hear her laugh. Seniors, you're not a footnote, you're dynamite, forged in decades of grit, and these 6 reasons are your fuse. Your body's slowing, joints groan, eyes blur, but your spirit's not dead. Stop begging, start living. Try this, skip the next call, shuffle outside, cane or not, feel the breeze on your weathered face. Or sit right, I'm still here, and believe it, brew coffee, sip slow, own your quiet. You'll mend not alone, but fierce, a warrior of your own time. Kids, see your parents, they're not fading, they're blazing, and you could learn a thing or two. Miss this, and you'll choke on what ifs, a life wasted, a grave too soon, your trembling hands empty. Act now, flip your world, live loud, die proud. Comment what's your first move. Like, subscribe, we're here to shake you awake.